Everyone, some news. Remember when I was gonna make more devlogs and more videos? Well, editing is a very lengthy process for my gaming videos, so I usually just get a bit of laziness and it takes me a lot longer to finish a video than if I was fully devoted to it. Same thing that happened when I was looking for an auto mod in Sonic Roll 2. I found one, but it was canceled and converted to an SRB2 cart mod because, well, too many frames to draw. Those were too many frames to draw. Therefore, they had to convert it to a cart mod because that would take less frames and wouldn't take like 3 billion years to complete. Well, that's not literal because Sonic X has some pretty good sprite work, and even then, that didn't take too many years. That only took like a few months per se. Well, more like several months. And basically that in the middle of the year. So recently, I was trying to work on my Cat Girls RPG game at introducing element damage. Introducing element damage to improve upon the game's combat. Well, I actually started doing it, but honestly, I was starting to get a little annoyed with the disadvantages of my old computer. Considering that computer felt a lot slower and had a lot less space. So I had a change of plans. So which means that instead of using my old computer to work on the game, I straight up transferred the game to my new computer. After all, I have a lot more. After all, my older brother decided to free up some space to the old computer. Yeah, my brother decided to free up some space on the computer. He freed up some space, and with that. And with that, after he freed up the space for the computer, that now means that I will have a lot more space to play around with. Well, sure, technically not all data was wiped. Well, thankfully not all the data was wiped. Oh wait, I was starting. Thankfully not all the data was wiped. No, the data was wiped. But even then, it wasn't wiped. The data wasn't. The reason the data was not wiped is for a reason. Clearly, it was because. Considering all the leeway that was going on here, that would mean. It was getting a little weird. So back to what I was doing. So back to what I was talking about. You can sometimes have bad memory, and sometimes amazing memory, but since all the data from my computer was wiped, it wasn't wiped for a reason. Because it would be unnecessary to wipe some things I already had on the old computer. So essentially, yeah, that would be okay. So since I am recording right now, I'd say that don't worry about Cat Girls RPG. It's not canceled. I would never cancel that. Why will I? I need to prove myself that I can work on it. That I can work on a game and get it released in a set amount of time. I'd say that my deadline. Not that I'm going to, respect it anyway, would be at least 1 year. If not, then I'll delay it to additional years. My estimated release date would be around next year, but late year. And my late release date would be about 2 years later or 3. But that's a lot of time to work on a game. So I'll be back very, very soon. Not really. I'll be back working on those videos, and you'll see that I'm working on Cat Girls RPG.